Story time.
The story tonight is quite something. It takes us to an Asian country, India, specifically in Kerala, where there is a woman called Thomas. Now let me tell you, if Thomas makes biryani, you'd want to lick your fingers after. Anyway, she got married in 2002 to a man who owns farms, businesses, houses, you name it. But she decided to get rid of him to get all his fortune. But wait till you hear the plan, it's something else. So, she's been plotting this since 2002, and she continued until 2018. That's right, 16 years. What did she do? Well, first, she poisoned her mother-in-law's food, and she died. They said it was natural causes, and no one suspected a thing. Then, after 2 or 3 years, in 2008, she poisoned her husband's uncle, and he passed away. No one connected the dots between these events of 2005 and 2008. It was quite a stretch. Then, 3 years later, she put poison in her husband's food. Again, no suspicion arose. Even when she served the food, cooked it with her own hands, he used to compliment her cooking skills, saying, "You're an amazing chef." She'd laugh it off. Anyway, in 2010, 2011, she was left with neither her mother-in-law nor her husband's uncle nor even her husband. So she decided to poison her husband's cousin. He died too. Why did she kill him? Because he started suspecting the death of her husband, which she didn't quite like. Then, after a while, she killed her uncle's wife. And a few years later, she killed her husband's cousin's wife. She left no one, absolutely no one, close enough to ask questions about her inheritance. What happened to everyone's inheritance, you ask? Well, she'd just invite them over for dinner and poison them. In the end, she ended up marrying a guy named Shaju. Why? Because he's the only heir, and she's the only heiress. She wanted all the wealth to herself. Shaju is the one whose mother she killed, who is also her husband's cousin, and she also killed his wife. Now he's pondering over everything, connecting the dots, recalling how she was always present at the scene of the crime, or at least nearby. He's starting to realize that most of the forensic reports never mentioned poisoning. He said, "What's up with that? Like my uncle, my aunt, and my wife all died, and she lived with them in the same house. Never got poisoned even once." Anyway, he went and confided in his wife Thomas about his suspicions. He said, "Honestly, something's off and I need to talk to you about it." She asked, "What?" He said, "Isn't it weird that you were never poisoned, yet everyone else died?" She said, "What do you mean? Why would I be poisoned?" He said, "No, I'm just asking. I want to make sure." She said, "No need to worry. I never had any issues with them. I loved my husband, my aunt was kind, and my uncle was good. What's all this about?" Anyway, on the same night that he asked her that, she told him, "Honey, I prepared a romantic night for us." He was quite surprised. He knew something was up and suspected that his turn has come. Anyway, after she told him that, he became very cautious, always watching her every move. One day he noticed her putting something in the food. It was unusual because in the reports they never mentioned anyone getting poisoned from his family. He immediately went to the police station and told them every detail about all the suspicious deaths in his family. They asked him, "Are you sure? Maybe it's just a spice?" He said, "No. You don't put spices in a bag and hide them in your pocket while wrapping it." So they decided to go with him at home. She said, "Where did you go? Come on, let's eat." He said, "Oh, just went for a stroll." "Wait, why are we all eating separately? Just sit and eat. If you refuse, we'll just break in." She said, "Okay," and sat down to eat the first bite. He kept watching her, waiting for her to eat, but she didn't. He said, "I've divided the portions. Please eat from my hand, please, my dear." She said, "No, I'm fine." He said, "Please eat." She said, "No, I won't eat. You eat first." He said, "All right then." And he got up to leave. What do you think he did? He opened the door, and the authorities entered and caught her red-handed. They said, "Come with us. Did you poison this food?" She confessed, realizing she was caught. They took the meal for testing, and it turned out to be poisoned. She wanted to kill him, but he turned out to be smarter, and she confessed to all her previous crimes. Even the court demanded to exhume all the bodies to do an autopsy and make sure of what she declared, and obviously, she got the death sentence.